even if you consider yourself a sustainable company or in that category of sustainable investing, what do you measure yourself against? That's global, that's recognizable. And so I think the future for B Corp should be bright. One of the things that we really appreciate is that there's so much proactive support and pinging us from the B Corp team like yourselves. I think one of the things that we face, especially early on, is quite a lot of suspicion of African companies. Africa is traditionally the least represented area within the global carbon markets. And when you're an African company trying to deal with an international market, you face barriers. There's suspicion. We're all aware of all the spam mail that goes out from the scammers in terms of all of those, those banking type things. We deal in the sale of verified carbon credits. There's a lot of resistance from some companies towards getting into carbon credits because it's seen as a tax. And we weren't getting much traction in the US market. So we felt that if we could get the B Corp labeling, it might help us with marketing in the US market. The other main reason was that we were really interested in, we are a social enterprise. Even before we'd even heard about B Corps or benefit corporations, we'd set ourselves up from our incorporation as a social enterprise, and all of those principles around triple bottom line, sustainable business, environment, social, were all built in right from the beginning. And I think we wanted to just benchmark ourselves and see if what we believe we were doing and what we say we are doing, if we were actually doing it against some kind of international criteria. There's massive shift, and there's tons of stuff on LinkedIn over the last couple of weeks in terms of sustainable investing and how it's becoming much, much more mainstream. It used to be 15, 20 years ago seen as this almost like nice to have kind of fringe frontier thing. And it's where basically everything's moving. Now, even if you consider yourself a sustainable company or in that category of sustainable investing, what do you measure yourself against? That's global, that's recognizable. And so I think the future for B Corp should be bright. One of the things that we really appreciate is that there's so much proactive support and pinging us from the B Corp team. Like in our case, we've just passed our second recertification, and it was a long, brutal process, but I see this now as being a part of our DNA. I don't see a future for our social enterprise without continually improving and renewing our B Corp certification. Yes, there are cost implications, and yes, there is a hurdle towards going through a 6-month-long audit process. But it will really give you an opportunity to introspect about what you're doing well and where there's room for improvement. It will really help to build a global community of markets and consumers who are guided towards companies and products and services that make this extra effort for the planet and for people. In theory, every company should become a B Corp over time.